the Final Four weekend, live from Mardi Gras in New Orleans. We are on the air for the next half hour here on 38 The Spot. I'm Jack Harry. I will be joined by Lance Feaster. Frank Bowl is back in studio. We will have several special guests tonight. Rex Walters, the outstanding former guard of the Kansas Jayhawks, who was in this Final Four in New Orleans 19 years ago. By the way, Rex, the leading scorer as a junior and a senior with the Jayhawks, now the head basketball coach of the San Francisco Dons. And we'll get Rex's comments and see what he thinks about KU's chances against Ohio State on Saturday night at about 7:50. Of course, it's Kentucky and Louisville in the other game. Some major news out of Final Four headquarters in the past 24 hours. Yesterday, one of Bill Self's assistant coaches, Mr. Henson, Barry Henson, took the head coaching job at Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. And today, what had been rumored has now been finalized. Danny Manning is the new head coach of the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. I want to bring in Tom Keegan, the fine sports editor of the Lawrence Journal-World. And I don't know, we were talking about this. Did you see this coming with Danny jumping ship right now, or how'd you see this, Tom?
Well, I always wondered why Danny wasn't the name you heard as a candidate, and I understand he wanted to stay throughout the course of his son's high school career, which was a year ago. So I'm not surprised that schools came after Danny, or at least one, and that he's going to be a head coach. He's certainly ready. He did a great job with the big men. Every single big man went to the NBA through the draft except for Christian Moody, every single guy who started. And part of that is Danny Manning.
You know, he's just kind of a laid-back guy. I don't see him as that head coaching type of guy. Not that he can't be. And, I mean, you know, he's the most unpretentious person I've ever met in sports. And now all of a sudden he's going to be a head coach.
Right. But he's a great communicator with the players. And the few times he agreed to do interviews with the print, he's a very direct communicator and a good communicator. He's going to have to do a lot more of that. Every teacher and every great coach is a good communicator, and Danny is a good communicator. He's just not a loud guy, and he's not a guy who's been a face of anything because he feels this is Bill Self's program, and it's not on him to be the face of the program.
All right, you know the Kansas Jayhawks as well as anyone. What happens against Ohio State on Saturday night?
Well, Thomas Robinson's going to have to defend better than he's ever defended against a power forward who can shoot. And Deshaun Thomas is that guy who can stretch the defense. He's going to have to go out there and get him because the option of removing Withey from the game isn't there. They need Withey to guard Jared Sullinger, and I think Withey can bother Sullinger. So if Thomas Robinson has a good defensive game, Kansas wins. If he has a bad one, then Ohio State wins.
Are you making a prediction?
No, but there's a reason Ohio State is favored here.
Yeah, they're good, aren't they? They got
but
all the pieces.
You know, I've been picking against Kansas all year because Kansas has more will than skill. Based on skill, Ohio State should win this, but it's hard to bet against Kansas's will.
Tom, always good to see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jack.
Tom Keegan, who does a great job with the Lawrence Journal-World.